Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now, today's video is the Money in the Bank 2021 recap. What an amazing pay-per-view it was. But let's start off with the down point of the pay-per-view, the Women's Money in the Bank. Now, this match was terrible. I'm sorry, okay? I'm all for women's wrestling. I even said Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks was the match of the night for night one of WrestleMania, but this was just not it. And it was not it. Everyone predicted either Liv Morgan or Alexa Bliss to win, some with, Naomi in there. No one. And no one, all right? I made a video yesterday. I'm not going to go into it. Anyone but Nikki Cross. Anyone but Nikki Cross. I hate that gimmick. I hate the gimmick, man. It's terrible. The match was terrible. It was slow pace. The crowd was just not into it. And for a first match in front of a crowd for a pay-per-view, it ain't doing it. They should have had like the WWE champion for the first match, not the women's ladder match. No offense, but it wasn't that good. A lot of people expected it to be better than what it was, but you guys know I give ratings for the matches. This match was a 1 out of 10. I'm sorry, but it was not good. I'm giving this a 1 out of 10. It was a terrible way to start. And after that match, my interest was at its lowest. And let's talk about the second match. The second match was AJ Styles and Almas versus the Viking Raiders for the Raw Tag Team Championship. And, it was a decent match. It wasn't, anything special. It was pretty much just an average match. I'd give this about a 6. It's always good to see AJ Styles in the ring. The Viking Raiders are actually one of my favorite tag teams. For some reason, I really like them. I don't know why, but I really like them. And there's really nothing to say about this match. It was pretty predictable who was gonna win. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna get Randy Orton and Matt Riddle versus AJ Styles and Omos, however you pronounce his name, at SummerSlam. And yeah, I'd just give this a 6. It was just a match, Like Chris Jericho said, the second match on a pay-per-view is the worst spot to be. He said something like that. I don't know the reason why, but maybe, and another reason why it was pretty low because of the women's Money in the Bank. After that match, my, interest, my level was just at the lowest point it was. It was just down bad, terrible, and I don't want to talk about that women's Money in the Bank. I want to get over it. So, yeah, it was a 6. It was just an okay match. But, yeah, let's move on to the third match. Kofi Kingston versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE champion. Now, obviously, on the Monday Night Raw before the Money in the Bank, Bobby Lashley pretty much said, MVP, no more women. No more women for Bobby Lashley. And, Bobby Lashley loves the women. So, we were getting a new side of Bobby Lashley. Not really a new side, but it was amazing to see this Bobby Lashley back. Just absolutely beating the shit out of Kofi Kingston. It was pretty brutal to watch. This was a very good match. It reminds me of Bobby Lashley's United States Championship run when he would just pretty much destroy everyone in his sight. I love this side of Bobby Lashley. And it would have been nice if, we got Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley at SummerSlam because, Bobby Lashley is back in a dominant force. I'm giving this match a 9. Maybe a 9.5. No, I'll give it a 9, It was very good, it was very good, but it can't get that 10 spot because you guys already know what the 10 spot will be. I'm giving this match a 9, I obviously love seeing Bobby Lashley just absolutely beat the living shit out of Kofi Kingston. And I made a joke in my, wrestling group chat. I said, Bobby Lashley was pretty much all of us, just getting her anger out of that women's Money in the Bank match. I really need to stop talking about that match. But seriously, Bobby Lashley was like all of us, just, getting her anger out of that match. But all seriousness, that was an amazing match. And let's move on to the fourth match of the night. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, going into this match, I did not care about this match. This was like the lowest, match I did not care about. I literally did not care about this, but it was a very good match. I mean, I knew it was going to be a good match. It's Charlotte Flair, it's Rhea Ripley, right? Charlotte Flair is arguably one of the best women's wrestlers of all time. I know people don't want me to say it, but it's true. I know her character isn't the best right now, but it is true. Charlotte Flair even flipped off the crowd. I mean, that was amazing. Roman Reigns did that too, so maybe she's copying Roman. I hope she acknowledged Roman before she did that, or else that wouldn't be cool. But in all seriousness, this was actually a very good match. I'm giving this an 8 out of 10. It was a good match, just the wrong winner. That's all. That's what it just came down to. It was a very good match, actually. I really liked this match. And I think it had to do with the crowd. The crowd was actually very into this match. They were even cheering Charlotte after she won, which was pretty interesting. Yeah, the crowd played a big factor into this match, and I think it was very good. And this is like where the pay-per-view just got better and better and better and better. Like I said, it was a very good match, just the wrong winner. But if Charlotte Flair could like change up her character, I'm all for Charlotte. She's actually very good in the ring, like I said, one of the best. And yeah, let's move on to the next match, which was unreal. The men's Money in the Bank. Now, this is tied. This is literally tied for my favorite match. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. I mean, the spots in this match were unreal. Ricochet, John Morrison, Kevin Owens. Like, they were giving us amazing spots. I mean, there were so many good spots, I can't remember. I'm just going to, like, put up pictures, but, like, the ones I could remember off the top of my head was really at the start of the match where Ricochet pretty much, went to the rope and then like did a front flip. Like he went far on that front flip. That was an amazing spot. And the one where he went off the ladder, off the rope, did a front flip onto the people outside. That was another amazing spot. John Morrison did a lot of, parkour stuff with the small ladder. There was so many good spots. Seth Rollins putting Kevin Owens through the ladder from the inside to the outside. There was just so many good spots. And, it was still nice to see people getting behind Drew McIntyre. Jinder Mahal took out Drew McIntyre as well. So that rival is continuing, which I'm perfectly okay with. I always liked Drew McIntyre. In fact, I actually really liked his WWE Championship run when he was a champion. But this was a 10 out of 10 match. And obviously Big E won, which I'm fine. I'm fine with Big E winning. The crowd was very behind him. This was just an amazing match, and it felt so quick because that's how good it was. And I don't even know how long the match was, but it flew by. It was amazing. Definitely tied for match of the night, which obviously you guys know, which is the next match. And the main event was Roman Reigns versus Edge. I mean, what a match. I mean, not really classic wrestling because, what happened in the match, but this was just 10 out of 10. It started as a slow wrestling match, which I always love those like slow starts that pick up during in the match. And I even said that in the group chat. I said, this is starting off as a slow match and it will pick up. And it did. This was at least a good 35-minute main event. Very good. Roman Reigns, Edge. Couldn't get any better than that. And then obviously the ref got knocked out. Jimmy and Jay came out, but then the Mysterios came out, even the odds. And then like Seth Rollins came out. We got chair, spear. So many things happened. This was such a good main event. 10 out of 10. And then let's talk what happened after. After the match, Seth Rollins attacked Edge again. Then Edge reversed it. Those two fought in the crowd. Then they went, out of the arena, I guess, into the backstage. And then Paul Heyman gave Roman the mic. Roman, I think, said a couple words. And then we hear John Cena's theme song. Oh my goodness, he is back. I made a whole video yesterday about his return, so I'm not going to go over it too much. Obviously, it's going to set up Roman Reigns versus John Cena. And John Cena will be on Monday Night Raw tonight to probably address about whatever he has to say. So John Cena is back, and I cannot wait. What a pay-per-view it was. Besides the start, it was a very good pay-per-view. And I'll tell you what I think the rating was, or I know what the rating was. I'll tell you that right now. So the final rating of this pay-per-view, what do I give Money in the Bank? So how I gave the rating is I go over all 6 matches. So there was 6 matches on the card. So each card, I count how many matches there are on the card. This Money in the Bank, there was 6, not including the kickoff show, because I don't watch the kickoff show. I just, don't really care about the kickoff show. So I go over the 6 matches, and then obviously I give each rating its own. And then I add all the ratings divided by 6, because that's how many matches there are. And this pay-per-view got 7.3 out of 10. Now, probably wondering, well, that's not that good. Well, it's because the women's Money in the Bank, it brought down the rating a lot. If you minus the women's Money in the Bank match, so now that's 5 matches, this pay-per-view would have gotten an 8.7 out of 10, excluding the women's Money in the Bank. So a 7.3 with the women's Money in the Bank and 8.7 without. So like I said, obviously the lowest point of the show was that match, but you know what? Can't do anything about it at this point. It's over with, pretty much everyone's forgot about that match because of, John Cena's return, that amazing main event, the amazing men's ladder match. And this was a solid pay-per-view. I'm not even gonna remember that women's screw it. 8.7 out of 10 was this Money in the Bank. I'll see you guys in my next video, and subscribe, peace, and stay safe. Bye.